Hey guys, Andrew here. Just want to spend a little bit of time sharing with you the performance line from Beachbody and how you might use it and why it's important to consider adding these products into your daily regime. Now, you're going to use them in different ways depending on what your goals are, but I want to kind of go over what the overall science behind it is on a very, very high level, then each product individually real quick, and then we'll talk about how we actually stack these together. So let's talk first about how this got developed. Beachbody Performance Line came along about 2 years ago or so, and you got to understand the scientists at Beachbody. This is not just coming out of a product that says, hey, we need another protein powder. This is a line that's specifically designed to provide you with the right micronutrients at the right time to make sure you're achieving your goals, whether that is building lean muscle, bulking up, toning up, or losing weight. They can all be used. And even though it's called the performance line, don't think of this as only for performance athletes. It definitely has that application, but we'll talk about, especially when we talk about recovery and recharge, about how if this is your first time you're ever doing something on a Beachbody program, or it's the first time in a while you've worked out, those are going to be critical to your success. So that scientist team at Beachbody is led by a team of both medical doctors and PhDs in such things as metabolic and molecular biology, ethnobotany, molecular epidemiology, as well as medical doctors that are, Harvard Medical School trained, that are looking at these different nutrients and how they affect the body, especially when it comes to recovery, so that you can be able to give your maximum effort during your workout and be able to do that tomorrow too, so you're not quite as sore. So when they've gone through this, they've identified what those key ingredients or those key molecular properties are, then they go out and find the best natural sources. So these are all, certified by the National Sports Foundation. Why the NSF International Certified for Sports recognition matters so much is the supplement industry is highly unregulated. It is very easy for someone to go out and put something on the shelves and have no testing on it whatsoever, and you don't even know what's in it. And don't believe me, go watch a documentary called Bigger, Faster, Stronger, where literally in the course of a few hours, they put together the product that they ordered online, put it in capsules with workers they got off of the street in somebody's apartment, and then had it on the shelves within 24 hours. So this absolutely matters that you're getting quality ingredients that aren't going to affect your health long term. So let's break it down though. Let's talk about what's in all of these things, how are they specifically used, and then we'll talk about how you stack them together depending on what you actually want to do. So we're going to start at the beginning, and we're going to start with Energize. This is Joy's favorite. This is your pre-workout. This is the supplement that is going to give you that boost of energy that is getting you ready for your workout. It gives you that little tingly in your fingers. Let's talk about how it does that though, and what it's got in it and why it matters, because it's not just a pre-workout. It gives you benefits after the fact as well. So the first one that you're going to look in there is the beta-alanine. And the beta-alanine is actually a precursor for carnosine. Carnosine, I think I'm saying that correctly. What this does is this is actually a blocker in your muscles that blocks muscle fatigue. That allows you to work longer. So even if this is your first workout, it's going to give you the ability to get a few more reps in there, go a little bit further than you would without. Or if you're a performance athlete and you are out there and you're trying for a new, deadlift max, again, it's going to help block those muscle fatigue and be able to let you get that couple extra reps in to be able to make that happen. It's also got low dose of caffeine, and the science is out there that definitely shows the benefit of having low doses of caffeine going into workouts for all the reasons you would probably think of that makes sense for what we know of caffeine. And then last but not least, it's also got quercetin in it, which that affects the mitochondrial output. And if you don't know what mitochondria are, they're a part of your cells, and they are considered the powerhouse of the cells. They're actually what create the energy within your cells. And that compound actually helps increase that mitochondrial output so that you're actually getting more energy. So it's not just about getting that tingly feeling in your fingers, it's about being able to do more when you're in your workout to make sure you're getting the most out of that workout. So that's Energize. The second one in the line that you'll see, Hydrate. This is the more healthy, more effective version of Gatorade, Powerade, whatever those, what used to be great rehydrating drinks and the electrolytes and everything else are. This is that version of that. You add this to the water, you shake it up. This is something you're drinking during your workout. Well, why does that matter? Well, obviously you're sweating, you need to replace that water, but you need the other micronutrients, the electrolytes, everything that you're used to hearing about on the Gatorade ads are in that. The problem with Gatorade is it also has a ton of sugar in it. And when you have that ton of sugar in it, it actually tends to block osmosis. Osmosis is the process of where water goes through a permeable barrier. And it's gonna go from the most concentrated to the least concentrated area. That's just the way osmosis works. It's also gonna take those micronutrients, the electrolytes, everything else, in along with it. And what you actually want is you want that formula to be slightly hypotonic. And that hypotonic means that it's at a slightly less, especially from a sugar, etc., you want to be able to pass that slightly less concentrated area. And it's specifically formulated to be that way. So what it's saying is it's going to pick up that water faster, it's going to keep that hydration higher in you, and that's going to be able to let you go further. And then more importantly, after the fact, it's going to allow you to recover faster. You need the water to recover. Water is a key component of your fitness journey and your recovery. Which brings me to the next one, and that is recovery. So with recovery, this one actually comes in two different flavors. You've got your choice of chocolate, which, pro tip, blend this with cold pressed coffee. Oh my gosh, is it good. Or you've got orange. Orange is phenomenal by itself, a little water and ice. It tastes like an orange Julius. I'm not joking on either one of those. So, two different pro tips for you there. Recovery is so important because it's going to give you all of the proteins and the branched chain amino acids that your body needs to have maximum recovery and maximum muscle growth. And even if you're just trying to lose weight, lean muscle burns more energy than fat does. You want to build that lean muscle. Even if it's not, I want to put on 50 pounds, you still want more lean muscle. So number one, it is going to give you all three types of protein. There are three types of absorption proteins in the body. There's fast absorbing protein, medium or intermediate absorbing protein, and long absorbing protein. The whey protein you hear so much, that's the fast. Pea protein is an example of an intermediate, and then the micellar casein is the long-term one. This includes all three, so you're getting the benefit of when you first stop working out to that intermediate chain to also long-term throughout the day as those go in. It also has the branched chain amino acids, what you might hear as BCAAs. Those are really important because they, again, contribute to the cellular level of muscle growth. They're hugely important. I won't go into what three they are, but they also come in the ratio of 2-1-1, which is exactly what you want, what nutritionists say is the best blending and the best ratio of those. We're going to come back to BCAAs in a second. Now, the third or the fourth portion of the overall performance line is recovery. This one is, or probably recharge. Recovery is what we just talked about. Recharge. This is your bedtime snack. This is the vanilla shake that you get to drink 30 minutes before you go to bed that is going to set your body up to make sure that when you're asleep, your body is recovering the way it should. That's what sleep is all about. That's what fasting when you sleep is all about, is being able to get the right processes going while you're not exerting yourself to make sure we're having that rebuild on that cellular level. So what are some of the things that are going to do that? Well, I'm going to go back to that micellar casein again. It's that long-acting protein. We're going to make sure you get about 20 grams of that before you go to bed because that's what your body's going to need. It's going to be able to process overnight to help build all those muscles that you just spent all that time jumping around or lifting weights or stretching, doing PIO or a Shanti workout. We're going to make sure we're rebuilding those. It is also going to load up on a substance that's called tart cherry. Tart cherry is one of those substances that helps you fight the delayed onset of muscle soreness. It's that day 3. No one's ever sore on day 1. You're tired, but you're not sore. It's that day 3. It's not the day after leg workout. It's the day after that you suddenly go, oh my gosh, I can't move. That's delayed onset muscle soreness. Tart cherry's proven to actually, shown anyways, to be able to help fight that off. So it's got a lot of that. So again, if you've had a hard workout, you want to go ahead and add this on in that night because we want to avoid that if we can. I don't want you feeling like you can't go to the bathroom because you did so many squats with Sagi. So the last one I want to talk about is creatine. So creatine, this is one that especially if you're looking to build muscle, this is a must-have. The creatine, there's lots of studies out there that directly show that taking creatine after your workouts and sometimes before your workouts will result in stronger muscle mass. It will result in more lean muscle mass. And what they have shown is that the most effective version of that is the monohydrate, so creatine monohydrate. Our line is 100% creatine monohydrate. That's the only ingredient in it. So that's kind of what all of them are. Let's talk about how we actually use them though, because unless you are going for a true performance athlete and you are doing the whole stack, you want to both, build muscle, you want to perform, you want to recover, that's the whole stack. But not everyone's in that boat. So let's say your goal is to just lose some weight. How would I use this if I was just trying to lose some weight? Well, if I'm going for that and I'm just trying to lose weight, not even tone up, lose weight. Maybe you're 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight and you just need to drop some weight. I'm going to recommend 2 of these for you to utilize on an ongoing basis. Those 2, make sure I grab the right 2. Energize, so you make sure you get the most out of your workout. Again, this is all about performing longer in your workout for whatever that is for you. So this is you're going to do right before your workout, actually about 20 minutes or so before your workout, so it has a chance to kick in and process in your body. And then when you're done within 30 minutes, I want you to hit the recover. Whether that is recover orange, recover chocolate, we want to make sure your body gets, again, that right blend of proteins, the BCAAs it needs to make sure that you're recovering well and that metabolic burn that you've just spent all that time trying to crank up is capitalized on. So that's the first one. Losing weight, energize, recover. But what if your goal is to tone? I don't necessarily want to lose weight, but I want to get more toned up. I want to have more muscle definition, maybe gain a little bit of lean muscle mass, etc. We hear that a lot from our challengers and our coaches. Well, with that one, we're going to stack up a little bit more. We're still absolutely going to take the energize before we start working out. We're going to take the recover after we actually get finished working out. However, while we're working out, we're going to add hydrate to that. I want to make sure that you're setting yourself up. The hydrate is all making sure your muscles continue to have that water that's in play. We're burning the right types of carbohydrates. We want to make sure we add that. And then on a nightly basis, hit that recovery. Recovery is where you're going to stack in, make sure we're actually building overnights, especially after hard workouts. If we've just done a 20-minute stretch session, we're not going to add this in, but if you hit weights for 30 minutes or you did, chisel balance, something, definitely want to add that in. So again, if you're trying to tone up, recovery, hydrate, seriously, energize, hydrate, recovery, recharge. So that's what we've got going on for that one. If you're gonna build, you wanna build up muscles, you're gonna do everything I just said, and you're gonna throw in the creatine. So if you're trying to build muscle mass, you wanna get bigger, you are going to start off with the energize before your workout. Hydrate during your workout. You're darn straight after you bust some muscles out there, you're going to hit the recharge. You're going to recover at night with this, but you're also going to put that creatine beforehand after you've actually done your workout. Now, that's kind of your weight loss strategies, but what if you are an athlete who's getting ready to do such things as maybe a Tough Mudder or a 5K race is your goal, or maybe you're a marathon runner, or this whole line is actually the official performance line of the North American Ironman series. So if you're an Ironman, God bless you. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it. But let's say it's time to perform. It's race day. We're coming out there. We want to go through it. There are 2 I want you to focus on. By the way, this is also true if you've got kids that are playing sports and everything else. It's a great way to think of it. I want you to use your energize before you get ready to go. Again, that's going to help you go longer. That's the whole point of it. And then when you're in the sessions, we're using hydrate. We want to make sure we're giving your body the water and the electrolytes and the low dose of carbs and everything else that it can actually use and can actually process. So while you're looking to perform, hydrate, energize, hydrate. Let's say you just got through that. You've been really busting butt, it's time for recovery, and you just want to focus on the recovery aspect. You're going to take a couple days off. Well, that time we're going to switch. I want you using the recover, I want you using recharge. Those are the two you're going to focus on then. Again, this is all about giving your muscles and your body what it needs to actually recover. If you're trying to do everything, it is time, we're getting ready to actually perform, we need to recover from that performance, all that going to go into it, you're going to do the whole stack again. Again, we're going to throw in the creatine. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope that this has kind of shed a light on what each one of these is designed to do individually, which you absolutely can do. I hope it's given a little bit of light on how you might leverage it in your own personal journey as to what your specific goals are. If you're a coach, I hope this got you a little bit of insight into how you can help your challengers and help your other coaches utilize this as well. And the one thing I would remind you of, just a couple different things. Number one, if you travel like me, if you're running around all the time, they all come in individual sizes as well. So you can get these in the individual packets, much like Shakeology. And then last but not least, when you do get these, you're gonna get this wonderful little system guide that's in play. Read it. It's fantastic. Most people look at it, they go, well, I don't understand what this is. Read it. It gives you a great insight into why the performance line is so important. It'll give you much more of the science than what I covered on here. But I hope that's beneficial for you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments below, and we're happy to answer for them, or reach out to either myself or Joy or your Team Beachbody coach. Have a great day, guys.